Oh, hello, welcome. My name is Keith Evans of Tamarindo Pictures, and I'd like to thank you for purchasing this very special, exclusive Luxus Brougham executive version of Mr. Niemeyer, No Tomorrow to Kill Again. Yes, it's the 117th entry in this long-running series of action super spy films starring, of course, Mr. Niemeyer. Known for his merry madcap sitcom of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even into the 2000s, now it's a different Mr. Niemeyer in No Tomorrow to Kill Again. As part of your very special executive version purchase, we're including this bit you're watching right now. And what it is a look behind the scenes at Tamarindo Pictures, looking at some of the clips, some of the music, some of the bits that didn't make it into the film for various reasons. Some of the clips were a little weird, a little off. Others were excellent, but we just couldn't find a way to fit them into the tightly paced narrative that we had planned for you. So sit back and relax, enjoy Mr. Niemeyer, No Tomorrow to Kill Again, and especially this behind-the-scenes look at the movie I know will become one of your top 2 favorites of all time. Thanks again. The development of No Tomorrow to Kill Again with Mr. Niemeyer was a complicated process. We found after speaking with all the major Hollywood movie studios, they were a little less than favorably impressed with the box office performance of the previous 116 entries in the series, and therefore, they were just driving a really hard bargain. Didn't want to commit very many dollars to the actual movie. In fact, the highest offer we got was $78 and a roll of 8mm film. But that's neither here nor there. We broadened our horizons. We went out, held some meetings, and we ended up with the Film Commission from Bulgaria, the Bulgarian Film Commission, as it were. They stepped up. They really did. They wanted to help fund the movie. They did have some requirements about how we made the movie. They required that we film in Bulgaria, which was not a problem. In fact, they actually assisted with building an entirely new movie studio complex, which you'll see here coming up shortly. Unfortunately, we ended up burning it all to the ground, accidentally making the film, so they didn't really end up with anything. But the good news is we did end up with No Tomorrow to Kill Again as a completed film, so that's great. There were mishaps during building of the movie studio. Joel and I worked really hard. We didn't actually read the part in the contract that said we actually had to put in 10-hour days 6 days a week and a 12-hour day on the 7th day to actually help build the studio. But, we did the best we could. We worked hard. We got it done. There were, as I said, a few mishaps as we were developing the studio. But overall, I think it went really well. And once the studio was built, we were able to make the film. And then again, unfortunately, burn the studio down to the ground accidentally. These things happen. Okay, so there is an image that I created when I was just starting out. I kind of wanted the playing card motif that they used in Casino Royale in the Bond film, the first Daniel Craig film. And then I decided to animate it and have it reveal, who this guy was. I can't remember what prompt I typed in, but I figured this might be a little upsetting for female audiences. They might just get totally transfixed by this image and not pay attention to the rest of the movie here. I mean, we all know women just freak out over blowing long hair on men, right? Isn't that true? I think it's true. So this was early on, just playing around with the software, trying to get some images that I could then animate. I liked this one a lot, but I couldn't figure out a way to make it work. So this was an excellent image, just couldn't figure out a place to put it into the opening titles. I like this picture. It did a really nice job of taking Felina's face and putting her in an elegant red dress with a beautiful, beautiful diamond ruby necklace at a very fancy restaurant. What I can't figure out is why there's what appears to be a Subway sandwich in front of her. I didn't ask for that, and that was one of the reasons why I couldn't use it. Plus, she just looks too happy in this. And obviously, you know, in a Mr. Niemeyer film, there's much more danger and action and not a lot of time to look this happy. So unfortunately, Felina, I couldn't use this image as much as I liked it. Okay. I don't know what to say about this one. I was just developing ideas, typing in prompts, and I thought it would be interesting. I couldn't figure out if Felina was on your side in the movie or not, but I decided, you know what? It's time to get her into the action here. So this is you guys as street thugs armed. I have no idea what you're about to do, but it was pretty funny, but it didn't fit with the title sequence, so I couldn't use it. So here's a concept still I was working on. I think I started with Joel's face, and sometimes the AI uses the face and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it kind of used it, but it changed it into somebody that just doesn't look enough like Joel, so I couldn't use this one. And later I generated a test video out of it, and I couldn't use that either. So this is one of the first pictures, trying to come up with what the evil Zanzibar fox would look like. This was before I remembered that I think I'm Zanzibar Fox and you're Sprockets McGillicuddy. For some reason, I had it backwards in my head, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I took a picture of myself, a face picture of myself. And in that picture, it was taken like about a year ago, maybe at Halloween. And PJ had brushed mascara or whatever it is on my eyebrows and my beard, my goatee, to make it look more menacing. So the picture took that, and it kind of looks like me. This is one of the things about the AI, is that sometimes it takes the face and pretty much maintains it, and other times it really changes it, as you will see as you watch through this video. Anyway, not a bad conceptual still picture. It looks kind of like a villain, very nicely dressed. Well, what can I say about this one? Obviously Joel's head on a muscular body. They got the proportions all wrong, obviously, either or Joel is a very muscular, like, dwarf or midget. I'm not sure what the correct term to use nowadays is. Anyway, clearly I wasn't going to use this one just because. Here's an excellent vid. I like this one a lot. Just again, it was kind of one of those things where I had some better shots that were similar, so I decided to use them. But this is a good one. I don't know why he never fires the gun in his right hand either. That's another thing. But anyway, it's a good vid, but just not enough to put it into the final product. Oh man, I love this one. This is such a cool, this could be literally used for a Bond cover. Reason I didn't use it first, the image does look an awful lot like Daniel Craig. It could be Joel, a younger Joel, but mostly it looks like Daniel Craig. But dang, the black and white with the red smoking wound. Very cool video. I just couldn't figure out a place to put it in. So this one we couldn't use because it starts out not showing half the face. It's actually pretty good animation. Starts with a picture of me and obviously turns me into somebody else. I now have brown eyes. I do kind of like the evil smile at the end, but there just wasn't enough here that we could use. Now this one, I liked this one. This was a really good clip, really nice animation. I just couldn't find a place for it in the film, partly because for some reason all the cars are from like the 1930s, 1940s, I don't know. But it's a beautiful clip. Doesn't look a lot like Joel either, but that's okay. So this obviously starts with a picture of me, Keith, and pulls back to reveal Zanzibar Fox's henchmen. I have no idea why AI made them all black, or why it changed my face so much and made me have enormous hands. It's interesting, but it was a little too weird to include. So one of the things that Deep AI's video creation really has problems with is a convincing fight scene. This actually looks pretty good, except that there's no intensity to it. There's no speed. It's like they're practicing the moves rather than executing them at full speed. So it was just a little too not Mr. Niemeyer action film-ish. I just couldn't use it. Beautiful setting. I love the background. So this one, I believe the prompt was enormous bad guy, like 7'4", 380 pounds. I was picturing like an enormous defensive lineman for the NFL, big, muscular, tough. Well, he's big, really big. and I guess he's kind of tall. Mr. Niemeyer really doesn't look like Mr. Niemeyer. It kind of looks like Steve Carell from The Office. And the fight scenes again, there's just no energy to him. I kind of like how the big fat guy just sort of laughs at him as he punches him. Anyway, I don't know. Looking at it now, it's so funny. Maybe I should have included it, but at the time I was trying to keep the opening titles looking fairly legit. So I thought this was just a little too silly. Here's another one where the first frame or two, you can totally tell what picture was used as the genesis, and then the AI took over and completely changed it. So literally Joel's face completely changes. Then he runs over and engages in what I have to call dance foo. It's like they're just kind of skipping and ineffectually throwing punches. Again, Deep AI really needs to work on the martial arts combat portion of the AI, because it's just kind of silly looking. Okay, again, starts out, first couple frames, you can totally tell what picture was used as genesis. And then it totally morphs Joel's face into somebody that's not really like Joel at all. And frankly, I did not ask for a hot blonde in a bikini. I think I said voluptuous blonde in a elegant gown or something at an elegant casino. I swear I did not ask for her to be in a bikini. Not terribly upset that she is, but anyway, obviously we couldn't use this one because it doesn't look anything like our Mr. Niemeyer. Here's another one where you can tell the image that starts out, it's me. This is the one where PJ had used mascara or whatever to darken my mustache, my eyebrows, and my beard. And then I animated it, and it totally changes my face. I think it makes me look a lot like Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch. Not that I look like him, but AI made me kind of look like him. And then I run kind of oddly around a corner with a gun. It's kind of goofy what AI comes up with. Maybe there was something in the prompt that had to go there. I don't know. Anyway, a fun video, but not one I could use. Now this one... there's so many things wrong with this one. Yeah, the fact that it's like he's suspended on strings that vertically lifts him up, and then somehow he manages to literally jump through corrugated metal. I don't know what was going on here. The bad guy that's shooting at him also doesn't seem to be super effective, although there's a nice explosion. There's some good stuff in here, but just too much weird stuff. All right, this may be the weirdest bit of AI completely going berserk. So we can tell what picture we started with. This is Joel's picture that he gave me. And what I wanted to do, I think I instructed the AI to take Joel's face and have it be on the body of a guy hanging from a helicopter as the helicopter flew over the rooftops of London, Joel dangling precariously. And somehow or another, the first half of the video, Joel looks like he's just learned terrible news. And then all of a sudden we go into this nightmarish vision of an old guy on top of the helicopter right by the blades. He has like 3 legs, one of which is completely broken. Yeah, this is nightmare fuel. Funny nightmare fuel, but nightmare fuel nonetheless. All right, now this one I think came from Grok, not Deep AI. I'm not sure, but Grok usually puts things in the vertical orientation. I don't remember. Anyway, this one is just kind of horrific. I have no idea. I don't think I had anything in the prompt that would ask it to have Felina like freak out. Joel's arm turns into wood. And then all of a sudden, midway through, there's the green Lamborghini, but it's being driven by Bubba. I think he has a mullet. I don't know what happened here. I didn't save the prompt, so I can't really go back and review, and I don't remember what I typed, but this is one of the most strange AI creations that I encountered while building this thing.